All right, guys. My name is Sarah. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be working on a 20-inch by 20-inch gallery wrap canvas. I have put in my preferred push pins as well as taped off my back edge for a clean finish. Got a little mess on here. We're going to be using a 16-ounce cup to pour out of. We're going to layer this up. We're going to do a Galaxy Pour straight pour. Hopefully that's what turns out. It's been a while. I have had frozen shoulder and have not been able to lift and hold canvases like I used to. So this is from what they told me at the orthopedics, it's going to last probably 2 years. So I think I'm a good year into it at this point. With that being said, the colors we are using are Liquitex Colbalt Blue, and my mixture rate is 2 parts Floetrol to 1 part paint, whether that's 8 ounces of Floetrol, 4 ounces of paint. Either way, it's 2 to 1, and it's got a nice consistency. This is Grumbacher's Thio Violet. Same consistency and mix ratio is 2 to 1. 2 parts American Floetrol to 1 part of the paint. This is Brilliant. This is Liquitex Brilliant Yellow Green. 2 to 1 ratio as well for mixing purposes. We have Pebeo's Iridescent Blue Green. 2 to 1 ratio as well for mixing. We have Pebeo's Iridescent Blue Black, 2 to 1 mixing ratio. Again, that's 2 parts Floetrol to 1 part paint. And this here is Purple Flash by Colorshift, and this is more of a 1-to-1 mix. I also have Decoart's 24K Gold Extreme Sheen, again, equal parts 1-to-1 with Floetrol and the paint. And then finally, my white is Amsterdam's Titanium White, mixed 2 parts Floetrol to 1 part paint. And then I add in a good hefty couple of scoops with a tongue depressor of Decoart Satin Enamel in pure white. So we're gonna get going here and we're gonna layer up this cup. I'm right-handed, so everything will be working from my right side. So I kind of need all my paints over here. And we're gonna start off with some white. And just let it go down the side of the cup. I'm gonna follow that with gold. I'm gonna come in with the Thio Violet. And the Purple Flash. I'm gonna follow that again with a little bit of gold. A little bit of my white mixture. And then I'm gonna come in with the Iridescent Blue Green. And the Brilliant Yellow Green. Don't want to use too much of that. Cobalt Blue. Pebeo's Blue Black. I'm going to add a little bit of white here. Followed by some gold. Purple Flash. I'm going to do Cobalt Blue now. Mixing it up. You don't have to follow anything in particular. These paints are thick. They will not turn to mud. I think that's all the green I'm going to use. One thing about greens and reds, they can take over the painting. Follow that with a little bit of gold. Maybe some cobalt. Purple. I'm getting towards the top here. I think that's where I'm going to let it rest. I'm gonna move all my paints over here. I'm being tipped over. Bring my torch over. And we are going to put a nice hefty puddle in the middle and rotate it around. And then I'm going to come over here because you're facing this way, and we are going to pour. Loving the center there. We're gonna put this to the side because we can always use that bit after. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's got some really great designs in here, detail work. We're gonna give it a nice torch. Get rid of some air bubbles, and in the process of popping these air bubbles, it helps bring up the gold paint from underneath, so we'll see if that happens. And now we're gonna come over here and we're gonna put our flow extender on, and this is just to help the puddle move across the canvas without folding over its own composition. And then we'll torch again after. And we torch a lot because, well, there's bubbles from pouring. And you want to make sure your piece doesn't necessarily dry with bubbles, because then it can leave a pit mark. There we go. Put that cup to side as well. I'm going to give it another torch. And we're going to start moving this. It is so pretty. Kind of want to wreck it with a chopstick, but I'm not gonna. I'm just going to start rotating this clockwise just to kind of open things up a bit and broaden the puddle. And we're going to come back. Kind of looks like a sunset. And I'm gonna go and I'm gonna stretch to this corner first. I don't typically, but I have to kind of baby that shoulder. I'm just gonna rotate it a little. We're not gonna go over. We're just gonna keep opening things up. I want to see what I have to work with. I don't like that one. I'm going to go back this way a bit, swing it around. And back to the middle. And then we're going to come this way. Again, not going over if you can help it. And back to the middle. And now we're gonna give it one more torch, or a couple, who knows. It depends on how many air bubbles you have. You see a bunch in there, but we'll see how they maneuver as I stretch this out. So I'm gonna lock in, I think, this corner. I'm gonna go real fast, bring it back. Now I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna straighten it out a bit. 1, 2, 3, and back. All right, so I'm gonna move this way. And then back. And I'm going to come down here. Let's see if I can. There we go. I'll go this way. All right. Okay, I'm going to come back this way and just maneuver it a little bit. There we go. I'm gonna come back. I know you can't see it. Dress up those corners a bit. Let's see here. Kind of have to look at it at a different angle now. I love all this gold in here. And maybe bring it that way. Let's see. I hope you guys can see it because I do have a bit of a reflection from the sunny outdoors, although it's freezing out there. It's like 2 degrees. It's 20 degrees out, but the real feel is like 2. And I'm actually gonna move this off. I've decided I really want to open all that up. And I'm going to bring it back. That phthalo violet is gorgeous. All right. I'm gonna fix up some of these corners. They look good, but I have some extra in the cup that I'm going to utilize. So we'll bring you back in for a close-up in just a moment. All right, here is the final results. I love all these details. And the violet is like incredibly electric. I'm gonna give it a real quick torch. And here we go. Don't mind the overhead light. This is not mud. This is like a gold and blue. Super happy with the final results. Let's turn on the other lights. Ugh. I don't know. Does this make it better? Nah. All right. So this is the final result. It's not coming out as bright on my end. There we go. I think that'll fix it. And this is what we're looking at. Man, look at all those details. Super happy with how this turned out. And yeah, happy to be back at it. And I'm sorry there wasn't any more tilting than that, if it really matters, but that shoulder, I have to make sure I don't overdo it while it's healing. Anyways, check back with me in a couple of days, guys. I'll be having another video up. Have a good one, and Happy New Year.